In a tumultuous love triangle, Kate marries her college sweetheart, Jack Moore, but their bond deteriorates as Jack's career consumes him. Following their divorce, Kate enters an arranged marriage with Sun-ji. What starts as a practical union evolves into something deeper as Kate discovers Sun-ji's genuine love and affection, leading her to unexpectedly fall for him. Katharina has a brief encounter with a stranger, Sun-ji, resulting in a one-night stand. When he later asks her to marry him for compensation, citing pressure from his parents, she surprisingly agrees. Meanwhile, her ex-husband Jack continues to belittle her, prioritizing his career over her feelings. Frustrated by Jack's criticism of her work ethic, Katharina decides to walk away, seeking to reclaim her independence. Catherine shouted at Jack, "Don't forget we're already divorced." The tension from their encounter lingered. The following day, excitement buzzed in the office as employees gathered by the door, eagerly awaiting the arrival of a VIP. Anticipation built as a flashy car pulled up, leaving everyone curious about who would step out. Sun-ji entered the office looking handsome, flanked by his bodyguard, and the crowd erupted in awe. Catherine's eyes widened in shock as she whispered to herself, "Is that my new husband from last night?" Panic set in, and just as she was about to stumble, Sun-ji swiftly caught her gaze. They locked eyes, an undeniable connection sparking between them. As he softly warned, "Be careful," Catherine couldn't shake her astonishment. Her new husband was, in fact, the wealthy VIP everyone had been eager to see, worried that her secret sleeping with the wealthy CEO might be exposed. The following day, she visited Sun-ji's office to deliver a file. To her surprise, he pulled her close by the waist, pinning her against the desk in a romantic gesture. Her eyes widened as she asked, "What are you doing?" With a soft smile, he replied, "I'm applying ointment for you." Confused, she countered, "How do you know I'm sick?" Sun-ji leaned in and said, "Because last night, I might have been a bit rough with you." Flushing with shyness, Catherine quickly covered his mouth, urging him to be quiet. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door, and panic surged through Catherine. Fearing that her ex-husband would catch her in this romantic situation, she quickly pushed Sun-ji away and hid beneath the desk. Sun-ji smiled knowingly as Jack and his sidekick entered to greet the VIP. The director introduced Jack as the manager, and although he appeared nervous, he greeted Sun-ji with a forced smile. Sun-ji inquired, "I heard you're divorced. Why are you still wearing a ring?" Jack, caught off guard, replied, "How did you know, sir?" "Well, even though we're divorced, we plan to get remarried." Meanwhile, Catherine listened from her hiding spot, her heart racing. Sun-ji subtly warned Jack, but he seemed oblivious to the underlying tension, completely misunderstanding the implications of their conversation. Catherine's voice was laced with panic as she confronted him. "Are you crazy? Did you want me to get caught?" Sun-ji's soft smile was infuriating. "Why be scared? We're legally married. We won't get arrested." Catherine's expression turned stern. "Just keep it a secret, okay?" Sun-ji agreed, "But with a condition, you have to move in with me." Catherine's eyes narrowed. "No touching, right?" Sun-ji's smile grew mischievous. "Oh, we'll see about that. Better not get tempted at night." Catherine's cheeks flushed as she shot back, "Who'd be tempted by you?" With a shy smile, she quickly exited, leaving him behind. As Catherine stood outside the office, her ex-husband Zach pulled up and asked her to get in the car. Catherine refused, citing their divorce. "We're already divorced, I'll go by myself." Zach's tone turned persuasive. "Catherine, don't be stubborn. Dad is waiting for us at home." Catherine's response was firm. "Stop saying dad. We're no longer related. We're divorced." With that, she walked away, leaving Zach visibly frustrated. Upon arriving home, Catherine was met with an uncomfortable scene. Her father was seated with her stepsister, who was being deliberately disrespectful. The stepsister's jabs were aimed at Catherine's mother, calling her a mistress who had snatched her father. Catherine's patience wore thin. "Stay in your lane," she warned, her voice rising. The argument escalated until Catherine slapped her stepsister for badmouthing her mother. Their father's anger boiled over. "Stop it, both of you. That's enough." As Catherine and her father sat down for a conversation, he casually inquired why Jack had accompanied her. Catherine replied, "We're already divorced." Her father shrugged off her comment, saying, "Don't be upset, You know he's a busy person." As they talked, Catherine sensed her father's ulterior motives but chose to play along. The following day, Catherine confronted Jack, insisting he keep their divorce a secret. He hesitated before muttering, "Whatever," as she turned to walk away. Just then, she received a call from Suanji, inviting her to come home. Elated, she returned to a surprisingly large house, excitement bubbling within her. Then she recalled her father's advice to have a child within 3 months. With plans in mind, Catherine brought along a nightgown, eager to impress Suanji that evening. When Suanji returned from the office, he was captivated by Catherine, who wore a seductive outfit that drew his gaze. He pulled her close by the waist, and she whispered, "I'm all yours tonight, do as you please." With a smirk, he replied, "Then I won't hold back." He leaned in and kissed her passionately. As the moment escalated, he paused to mention, "There's no protection," to which she responded, "I don't mind." They shared a night of intimacy, but the next morning, Catherine sat in contemplation. Her thoughts were focused on her plan to conceive within a month, knowing it would help secure her share of the company. Catherine playfully suggested one more round, but Suanji chuckled and declined, reminding her they had already indulged in more than 20 rounds of passion the night before. With a light-hearted tone, he advised her not to become too obsessed with sex, or she might end up looking too thin. To herself, Catherine thought, "You can do it," determined to keep him engaged and focused on the plan she had in mind. The following day at the gathering, Catherine dazzled everyone with her stunning dress and radiant beauty, leaving the crowd in awe. Her ex-husband, Jack, expected her to come over and engage with him, but to his surprise, she walked right past him. Meanwhile, Suanji was on his way to join the event. As Catherine stood there, several men approached her, admiring her beauty and raising their glasses in a toast to her. In the background, Catherine's stepsister whispered to another lady, cautioning her to be wary of Catherine stealing the spotlight. As the lady approached Catherine, she attempted to humiliate her in front of the crowd, trying to paint Catherine as unkind. However, Catherine stood tall, defending herself with confidence and grace, walking like a queen. From a distance, Suanji watched, feeling proud of Catherine for standing her ground. Concerned for her, he instructed his PA to go protect her, unaware of who Catherine truly was. The argument escalated, with the other lady calling Catherine a thief and continuing to belittle her. Without hesitation, Catherine marched up to the woman and delivered a sharp slap, asserting, "Next time, learn some manners." Meanwhile, Catherine's ex-husband, Jack, strode in, exuding confidence. His eyes locked onto Catherine and the wealthy lady, and he demanded that Catherine apologize to the lady. Catherine's anger simmered, then boiled over as she refused, her voice firm. "I'm not apologizing," she said, her words dripping with defiance. "If you're so keen on apologizing, do it yourself." Jack's expression darkened, his voice taking on a menacing tone. "Don't be stubborn, Kate," he growled. "Apologize." But Catherine stood her ground, refusing to back down. The wealthy lady sneered, her voice dripping with malice. "Since Catherine can't manage a simple apology, perhaps she can show some humility. On your knees, Kate. Lick my shoes." Catherine's response was instantaneous, her voice laced with disdain. "Keep dreaming." With a dismissive glance, Catherine turned to leave, but her father's intervention halted her. He nodded to the bodyguard, who swiftly pinned her down, Catherine's struggles futile against his restraining grip. Catherine's eyes widened in outrage as her father's bodyguard restrained her. "Dad, what are you doing?" she demanded, her voice laced with desperation. "Can't you see they're framing me?" Her father's expression remained unyielding. "Enough, Catherine. Apologize now." Just then, the rich lady's face contorted with rage as she snatched a bottle from nearby. "Today, I'll destroy those hands that dared to slap me," she snarled, raising her hand to strike Catherine. But before she could make contact, a low, menacing voice boomed from behind, "Let's see who dares touch my woman." The crowd's heads swiveled in shock, their eyes fixed on the newcomer, as Catherine's fate hung precariously in the balance.